Welcome back to the Banganator podcast, brought to you by your host, Esley Banga. It was another great weekend of football action, but y'all know what it is. How about them Cowboys beating the Commanders, whooping their ass 38-10? Let's go. And we won the NFC East. I got my friends with me today, two of them. Kordell, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How about them Cowboys,
Yes,
man?
sir. How about them Cowboys?
Hey.
And I got Carlos with me.
How's it going, bro? Appreciate you having me.
Hey,
Yes,
no
sir.
problem, bro.
sir.
Ravens fan.
Ravens
but,
fan for life.
We still kick it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So before we get things started, I'm going to ask both of y'all, how y'all became fans of the teams that y'all are fans of. So how'd you become a Cowboys fan?
Man, it was Tony Romo fumbling that kick, man. I would say,
Damn.
was it against the Seahawks we played them?
Yeah, it was the Seahawks.
Yeah, man. And I just remember my dad doing the Siva laugh. And from that day on, I said, I'm a Cowboys for life, man. So who don't want to star on the side of them, man? So
Yeah.
let's go
Right.
Cowboys, baby.
Yes, sir. That's crazy because that was like the first season that I recall ever watching the Cowboys. So it was heartbreaking, but Cowboys for life.
Yeah.
And how'd you become a Ravens fan? You a DFW, but you a Ravens fan. How's
Yeah.
that so?
So I'm originally from Virginia. I had a friend when I was a little kid. I didn't watch football at the time, but he was his dad and him were huge Ravens fans. At the time, I didn't watch football. I didn't even know what the NFL was, honestly. So I never really. So yeah, after that, I just I gravitated towards the purple and black, bro. I always liked the purple and black.
Yeah.
But really got me into once I really got into football, like around 2009 or 10. That's when I just that's the first team that I was like, I'm just gonna ride with the Ravens. I like the colors. I love Joe Flacco. I love the Torrey Smith days, the Jacoby Jones days. You know what I'm saying? Just old school. You know what I'm saying?
And then that defense, bro. Ray Lewis.
Can't go wrong with the defense.
Oh my
Ray
gosh,
Lewis,
Terrell
Ed Reed.
Suggs. Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Hall of Famers, bro. Hall
Yeah,
of Famers.
Won the
That's
Super
what's
Bowl
up,
with
though.
them. But yeah, I've been watching them since 2010, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I met these two guys at Texas Live during I think it was the ALCS while that
Was
was
it?
going on. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sometime during the whole playoff run,
Yeah,
magical playoff run. You know,
Yeah, we literally just met up at the bar at Texas Live, and then ever since then we just started kicking it together, going to Texas Live, watching Cowboys games and stuff. So yeah, glad to call
Good
you
vibes.
my friends, bro.
yeah, good vibes. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, and before we get started, unfortunately, I went from first to worst. So won this last year, and this year got last place. This is my last podcast show with this trophy in possession. I got to hand it off to the winner. Shout out to you, Thomas. But
It's a
yeah,
nice trophy.
yeah. Thanks, bro. Thanks. Last time I'll have it. Anyways, Cowboys versus Commanders. The Cowboys won, beat down 38-10, and we kind of knew it was coming. But we still had to make it happen, and it was tight in the first half. Dak Prescott, an amazing 31-36, 279 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that interception was on the D-line blocked it, so wasn't really on him. Tony Pollard, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. Rico Dowdle, 46 yards. So we established the run game.
Good. Yep.
CeeDee Lamb, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Another great performance by CD. Drake Ferguson, 69 yards. Brandon Cooks, 39 yards, 1 touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, also a touchdown. So that's the offensive performance. Before I get to the defensive stats, what'd y'all think of the game overall, especially you, Kordell?
Man, we got that run game established, and I
Yeah.
think that's good. If we run the ball, man, and limit the penalties,
Yeah.
I think everybody has to go through us. And I think we should just keep that run game going, man. Let's keep giving Pollard those touches and keep him in the mix and keep his legs, warmed up. So, and CeeDee Lamb, I liked his performance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm especially happy that we got the run game going because you run to set up the pass and it'll be like balanced.
Yeah.
So, what about you? Because I know you watched the Cowboys game with your fam.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was a really good game from the Cowboys. The run game got established, which is always good. It's almost like if the Cowboys get the run game established, they win the game almost all the time.
Yeah.
No turnovers for Dak, I don't think, right?
1 interception.
One
but
interception?
It was a batted ball. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it really wasn't his fault. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was overall a good game from Dak. What did he miss? Like 4 or 5 throws or something.
Yeah,
He went like
exactly.
30,
31 or 36.
31 or
Sheesh.
36. That's really, really good. Dak's having a good game. Cowboys are going to win it, most likely, bro.
Yeah. I wasn't too worried, but you see it happen all the time. We just saw the Eagles lose to the Giants.
Yeah.
And their starters were still in before they pulled the starters.
Yeah.
So bad teams beat good teams all the time. The Cardinals beat the Eagles the week before.
Yeah.
Kenny Gibbons Sunday, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
and the first half, that's why I was worried.
Yeah.
Because the first half, it was still a tight game, but then we pulled away. Defense stepped up. Let me get to the defensive stats. Speaking of, 4 sacks by Micah Parsons, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, and Sam Williams.
Nice.
And then 2 interceptions by Donovan Wilson and Deron Bland. And that's Deron Bland's 9th interception of the season, leading the NFL in interceptions. So, hey, good job, Deron Bland. Obviously, anytime the Cowboys defense steps up and gets turnovers, that also is almost like a guaranteed win for the Cowboys because, the offense feeds off of that.
Right.
I got DeMarcus Lawrence having a big game next week.
Oh, yeah.
He's been having great games, and we just brush him under the rug because we got Parsons. But, man, when he comes alive, man, that line that's a force to be reckoned with. And, I think it just keeps Love on his toes. And you got to watch Michael Parsons, but you also got to watch number 90. So I think, that D-line next week, man, they coming. And it's at home.
Yeah.
You bring up a good point because like, some people be like, oh, why D-Law don't get enough sacks? Well, he creates pressure. Just like Michael Parsons, he creates pressure.
Yeah.
So whenever you create enough pressure, they double team you. Micah creates enough pressure, they double team. That creates openings for more other players to get sacks. Yeah. So Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, players like that. Yeah. Some key takeaways from this game. The Cowboys finished 12-5, which is their 3rd straight year finishing with 12 or more wins. So you got to give it up to Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm tired of all the fans that be like, whenever the playoffs comes, we lose and, fire Mike McCarthy. But I mean, that's BS because he really is a good coach. He know what he's doing.
He's a winner. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then obviously we NFC East champs now. Let's go.
Yep.
Eagles Basura. Sorry, Aaron. I know you're an Eagles fan, but yeah, y'all trash, bro. How did the Eagles fumble the bag that bad?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I want to say it was coaching. It was honestly, I think they depended on their talent for a long time. I think the players caught up and they were just like, they don't follow. They're not falling for the philosophy no more. I think they're just, I don't know. Maybe I think it's coaching, bro. Honestly, it's probably coaching because losing 5 of the last 6 is bad, especially at the end of the season. And you were leading the entire, you were leading your division the entire season up to the point where we're 10-1, right?
Yeah.
I think they were 10-1 at a point. And then last 6. I mean, I think it's just coaching, man. There's too much talent on that team for them not to at least make the AFC Championship game. Yeah. Or who knows?
Now it's looking like they might.
Yeah, Dallas is hot now, so it's like,
I see them moving on from A.J. Brown in the offseason and making Devontae Smith the number 1. Okay. I think he's been frustrated a lot. And then Philly seeing what happened with Dallas once they moved away from Amari Cooper. He was a star talent. Amari Cooper is kind of injury prone, but I got a young Devontae Smith who was a Heisman winner.
Yeah.
He's going to start complaining about touches, and, the payday's coming. So I just think in offseason they might just have to look themselves in the mirror, shake it up a little bit. Nick Sirianni, is that his name?
Nick Sirianni.
Sirianni, yeah. Ever since they kicked their homeboy off the sidelines, I mean, it's just been havoc for them. So, I think they're going to go into the offseason. I don't know how the playoffs going to play out for them, but offseason is going to take a lot of looks at that team because they were in the Super Bowl last year to losing last of the 5-6 of the game.
Yeah.
There's too many good players on that team for them.
Way too many.
I'm saying, look what the Cowboys did to them. We fumbles. All the superstars were fumbling against the Seahawks. They were just making bad decisions, and then they can't win against bad teams either. So that's crazy, bro. But a look ahead to the Cowboys versus Packers. The Cowboys play the Packers on Sunday at 3:30 Central Time. We host it. It's here. We got the number 2 seed, so it's here at AT&T Stadium. What do y'all think? How do y'all think that game will go, and who do you think will win and why?
I think Cowboys have to strike blood first. When we go down and we score, and then we can get a stop on the defense, we're good. Or if we can get a stop on defense first and then go down and score, I think that leads to the Cowboys, win. But I think it's gonna be a good one. This is a good old classic Cowboys in Green Bay. It's a whiteout game.
Yeah.
Sunday at 3:00. Who don't want that, man? That's a fan favorite.
Exactly.
But I think the Cowboys pull it off. I know I'm a fan. Everybody says I'm be biased, but I just think this is the year that the Cowboys got to go through the trenches, go through the mud, and pull it out. You know, there's no more excuses.
Yeah. Sure.
We seen how they play. We had a couple rough starts at the start of the season, but you know, once we got over that, man, I think Dak has been playing very good. And last year we were going crazy about this man, talking about fire him, mopping his shirt. Yeah. So I think this is the year that Dak makes it to the NFC Championship, and that's as far as I'm gonna go. I don't want to say Super Bowl because they already got us out for us Cowboys fans. So I'm gonna say let's just get to the NFC Championship and let's perform against the Thanos. I ain't gonna say their name, but let's perform against Thanos.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, and obviously with getting the second seed, having at least 2 games at home, that really gets us the ultimate opportunity to get to the NFC Championship.
Aubrey also, I feel like is going to be a big factor, man. And even if it does come down to a field goal or we, get a good lead, if we need that guy, man, I got all faith. I'll close my eyes and let him kick that field goal. I know it's money.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. Because y'all remember last year, whenever I even forgot what kicker it was, but he missed like 4 or 5 kicks in the NFC wild card against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Luckily, we beat him, but
Zerline, I remember that game. We were at
Greg Zerline? Greg the leg?
Greg Zerline.
Greg the leg. But,
wow, I can't believe that.
Yeah, bro. So now we got complete trust in Brandon Aubrey.
Plano kid
really
also.
Good. But he missed his first field goal, didn't he, this past weekend?
Yeah.
He
missed his first.
They blocked it, and then they missed it.
Unfortunately, a blocked kick counts as a missed kick.
Yeah.
It shouldn't count, but he missed it. He's flat out missed his first field goal.
He's had a great season, though.
Yeah, bro.
Fantastic.
Like, what, 35 for 30, 36 or 37 or 38, something like that?
Yeah,
bro.
Really good numbers.
So how do you think the Packers-Cowboys game going to go, and who do you think will win and why?
I honestly feel like it's gonna be a close one. It might come down to the very last possession. I mean, unless the Cowboys can get started quick. You know what I'm saying? When the Cowboys come out first, score first, get a stop, it's almost like inevitable that they kind of win. It's just they feed off that, like the very beginning. If they do good at the very beginning, everybody's just on this page where everybody's just, we're gonna win this game.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say 21. I'm going to say Cowboys win by a touchdown, 21-28.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Cowboys win by a touchdown.
All right, bet. Very simply, I got the Cowboys winning literally because the Green Bay Packers do not have that Cowboy killer. That guy that I call the Cowboys' second owner.
There's a street called Rogers Way, isn't there, right next to the stadium?
Yeah.
That's probably.
I don't know if it's because of Aaron Rodgers, but
oh my god,
it's hilarious.
Yeah. So they don't got Aaron Rodgers no more. Obviously they made the playoffs, so they're talented, they're good. But they ain't gonna beat us. Like Jordan Love, ain't no way that he gonna outplay the Cowboys at home. I feel like they still got a ways to go with their roster before they're true contenders in the NFC.
Yeah.
Ain't no way they gonna beat the number 2 seed Cowboys. That's just how I see it.
Also, I think we got a little bit more something to fight for because Dez caught it and they say he didn't catch it, man.
Yeah, true.
And then you got the toe dragging at the stadium,
exactly.
man.
Yeah. We got history with the Packers. We got history with the Packers.
I just think they got to go in, and if they got to run up the scoreboard, man.
Yeah. So we all got the Cowboys, and hopefully they could get that dub for us, and let's get to the divisional round. Let's shift to the MVP conversation. Obviously, this year, like no other, it's been a hotly debated topic, the MVP conversation. Obviously, you've had players like Brock Purdy in it. You've had players like Dak Prescott, Tyreek Hill, other players kind of lower in the conversation like Christian McCaffrey. And then you had Lamar Jackson, playing good. You had Josh Allen playing good in December. So who do y'all think is the MVP and why?
You want to go first, Kordell?
I'll let you start.
I'm gonna say
you got a stronger case.
No, I'm gonna say it's definitely Lamar Jackson. There was a case the entire season, I guess you could say, Brock Purdy, because they were just doing so well too.
Yeah.
But I mean, we beat them a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
it's like that was it. Like if
It
you
is.
really wanted it, you had to beat us. But you went in through 4 interceptions. And that's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's gonna win the MVP. It's a quarterback reward, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like Tyreek would have broke like maybe 2,000 yards or Christian McCaffrey, I don't know. But unless that would have happened, it's going to a quarterback. And if it wasn't Brock Purdy or wasn't Lamar, Dak Prescott is definitely up there, especially as of recently. He's been balling out.
Yeah.
All season as well. I think he only has 9 interceptions or something like that.
Yeah.
30 touchdowns? I don't even know how many touchdowns.
36, I think.
36
34,
touchdowns, 34.
36.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Lamar Jackson just off the fact that we've seen what the Ravens are without him. And you know what I'm saying. There was a lot of stuff going on this offseason. We're saying, is Lamar going to stay healthy? Especially because of recently, the past 2 years, he's been getting hurt at the end of the season, which is understandable. Nobody wanted to make a move on him just because they thought he was injury prone. But you know what I'm saying? He's out here, full healthy season. He's about to win the MVP again. I mean, you can't argue it, bro.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. He might be on his way to his 2nd unanimous MVP. Only player to ever do that. Other than that, him and Tom Brady are the only ones in the NFL history that have a unanimous NFL MVP. So
That's crazy.
we're gonna see.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So he's up there, bro.
All great
For
points.
sure.
What you think, Kordell?
I think this is a quarterback award, but I think the quarterback position is one of the hardest positions. So I do want to give it to my boy Dak, man. He said he wasn't going to throw more than 10 interceptions. He ended with 9. But, man, that game I saw on Christmas against 49ers and Ravens, man, the way they shutted out that offense, man, and that defense, because I've seen so many other teams in the NFC and AFC have trouble containing them. And I don't think you could contain Christian McCaffrey. You know, Christian McCaffrey was a beast with the Panthers and Cam Newton.
Yeah.
He's going to be a beast with Kyle Shanahan in that prolific offense. You got Debo Samuels in there. I'm not going to say Brock Purdy is because, you know, that was a big moment. It's Christmas Day. Your family's here. I don't need 4 interceptions. I need 4 touchdowns. So I cannot give that guy my MVP vote. I would have to say Lamar. I would have to give my, MVP to Lamar because he did bet on himself.
Yeah.
His mom was his agent. A lot of people counted him out, and I actually did see him get drafted at the AT&T Stadium. And just to see how far, but I do want to give my boy Dak.
I was at that draft too, by the way.
Yeah, that was a great draft, man. A lot of people, a lot of good players in that draft, but I want to give my boy Dak Offensive Player of the Year, man. You know, he had a lot on his plate. People are coming to our training camp, mocking us, laughing at us. My dude got the Walter Payton Award, and they booed him. That's one of the most prestigious awards you can get in the NFL. So
that's disrespectful. I remember that.
I'm saying, bro,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
and
Eagles fans
I
stay
think
trash.
he has a chip on his shoulder. If he don't get it, if Dak don't get MVP this year, I think he'll get it next year, man. Because even if we do get it, man, I can just see the hunger in him. And man, I just say that guy's Offensive Player of the Year. Because you take him off the Cowboys, everybody wants him off the Cowboys. Give me Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. Let's see if we go 12-5.
Okay. I mean, facts. I would say, Lamar solidified it. And I've been saying this like the past 2-3 weeks. Lamar solidified it. And to me, it was almost, not only did Lamar play great, but, obviously on Christmas, like you mentioned, playing against the 49ers head-to-head and then just almost blowing them out.
Bright lights.
And then against the Dolphins, blowing them out.
Yeah.
So he definitely solidified it. But at the same time, like I've been saying this, I feel like it was like almost like by process of elimination.
Yeah.
Because everybody else that was in the MVP conversation, you would see, Dak Prescott MVP conversation, Brock Purdy in the MVP conversation. Obviously, Dak did not play well against
Buffalo,
and then Miami. So obviously he's out the conversation.
Yeah.
And then Brock Purdy, like you mentioned, 4 interceptions on Christmas night.
Yeah.
So you out the conversation. Like you mentioned, Tyreek Hill, if he breaks 2,000 yards, but he got injured a little bit, and then obviously he can't attain 2,000 yards, so he's out the conversation. So by process of elimination and Lamar Jackson playing great, you win the MVP. There was a case for Josh Allen, but Lamar Jackson just did way more with a little bit less. Especially, it's impressive how I said this on my last 2 podcast episodes, how Lamar Jackson has been doing this, leading these teams to victory, whether it's a close game, whether it's a blowout. no Mark Andrews.
No Mark
And
Andrews.
then making Isaiah Likely look like freaking Megatron.
Isaiah Likely is a starter on any other team. I'm telling you
bro.
right now. If we just didn't have Mark Andrews,
Mhm.
Isaiah Likely would definitely be a starter on another team.
See, I didn't
He's
know
so
that
good,
about him.
bro.
I didn't know that about him. I
He's
just
really
found out
good,
about
bro.
him whenever Mark Andrews got hurt.
Yeah, we're good at drafting tight ends, man. So there's
Yeah.
always we have depth at tight end all the time, man.
Okay, I see. And then didn't y'all have a running back get hurt too?
We had Keaton Mitchell get hurt, and then
Yeah.
we had J.K. at the beginning of the season.
J.K.
get hurt,
Dobbins
tore his ACL again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
We picked up Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
over
that's
the
true.
weekend.
Wasn't y'all's secondary or some defensive players banged up too?
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton got banged up during the 49ers game, so
Yeah.
he didn't play that following week.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, other than that, I
Yeah.
mean, we're stacked and we're ready for that first game, man. Like, we're all healthy.
Yeah.
I know we lost to the Steelers this week, but it was a rainy, cold game.
The starters were out too.
Nobody was really playing.
Yeah.
Everybody was out there trying to get their incentives. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I saw Jadeveon Clowney get his. But yeah, our guys are ready for that first playoff game. That 2019 run that whenever we went, I think we went like 14-2. It's gonna be different from this time. It's gonna be different this time around. We're not gonna get eliminated in the first round for sure. No.
Yeah. But yep, we all got Lamar Jackson as the MVP, right?
Yeah, Lamar
I'd say
Jackson
that.
for MVP for sure.
All right, that's a bet.
This episode of the Banganator podcast was recorded in MZ Studios. MZ Studios is a premier podcast studio located in the Ritchie Group Tower in Dallas, offering full-service audio and video podcast production. Book with MZ Studios today.
All right, it's the Week 18 edition of the Banganator's top banging moments in the NFL, the last week of the season. At number 4, I got C.J. Stroud's scramble and throw to Nico Collins. This dude, Stroud, spins around in the pocket, makes a nice accurate pass to Nico Collins, and Collins dives to secure the catch. That play helped lead the Texans to a win over the Colts 28-19, and now C.J. Stroud leads the Texans to the playoffs as a rookie. At number 3, I got Mike Edwards' 97-yard scoop and score. The Chargers' backup quarterback tries to run into the end zone, fumbles at the 5-yard line. Edwards picks it up and doesn't look back. Chiefs touchdown. At number 2, give me Rashid Shaheed's touchdown moss versus the Falcons. Derek Carr heaved it from midfield. Shaheed mossed the defender in the end zone. Touchdown. He had the defender looking lost, looking for a map like Dora the Explorer. Saints didn't make the playoffs, but at least they blew out the Falcons. And at number 1, I got the Dolphins versus Bills game, the NFL regular season finale. The game was back and forth. It came down to the wire, and it honestly felt like a playoff game before the playoffs started. But the Bills came out on top 21-14 after Tua Tagovailoa threw an interception. Hey, Kordell, Carlos, what y'all think of my list?
It's a great list. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the scoop and score to number 1. That scoop and score was nice. What was it, like 97 yards?
97
touchdown?
yards, yes, sir.
That's nice, man.
All right.
I'm gonna go. That's it, though. It was good.
Okay, all right. And what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with the Puka Nacua, 105 receptions and over 1,400 plus receiving yards this season was
Sheesh.
one of the most impressive things I've seen from a rookie. C.J. Stroud did have a good one. I'm gonna have to go with C.J. Stroud number 2 because D'Amico Ryans went to Houston, and that whole team changed around with our guy from our former guy from Dallas, Dalton Schultz. So
Okay, yeah. But you would have Puka Nacua doing what he did.
Yeah.
You would insert that in my list and put it at number 1.
yeah, I would have put that at number 1, man. That's impressive, man. 105 receptions from nobody knew this guy's name when he was drafted in the 5th round.
Okay.
You know, so that's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's true. So it looks like my list ain't as good, but it's still decent. It's still decent this week. All right, but thank y'all for y'all.
yes, sir. No problem.
All right, y'all. It's wild card weekend in the NFL. Playoffs is here. So we're going to go through our playoff picks and each matchup, who we think going to win and why. So, and I'm going to go in chronological order. So on Saturday, we got the Browns versus Texans. Ooh. That's going to be a good one. Who y'all think going to win and why?
Me first? Oh, man. Browns and Texans. Man, I'm going to have to go with man, the Texans have a lot of young guys, man, but that Browns a lot of veterans, a great coaching staff, and a great defense. I'm gonna have to go Browns, man. But I love the Texans though. I like that the way that they fought to get in. So, but I'm gonna have to go Browns.
Okay, all right.
Same. I'm gonna go with Browns. Houston Texans had a great season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, going for the playoffs for the first time. I want to say a couple years, not that long. But still, the rookie led them there. CJ Stroud is really good, but I'm not gonna pick him over Joe Flacco. There's just too much. There's just too much knowledge, man. And you know what I'm saying. He Joe Flacco becomes a different animal in the playoffs. I've seen it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying. He becomes a different player. But I think that defense is going to overwhelm CJ Stroud. It's been a good season. I'm gonna say Browns win the game by a touchdown too.
Okay,
I'm gonna say a touchdown.
I'm gonna take the Browns too. I agree with y'all. And I say Browns because just the way that they've been playing, like it's crazy.
Exactly.
Like it's like two different teams.
Yeah.
Whenever Deshaun Watson got hurt and then Joe Flacco comes in.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Texans. They've had a great season, like y'all said. And CJ Stroud been playing lights out. He willed his team into the playoffs as a rookie.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
Any other year, it would have been great to see CJ Stroud go further into the playoffs, but I think they fall to the Browns too.
Yeah.
Later that day, Dolphins versus Chiefs. And obviously, to preface that, you got Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins going back to where he won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. So, and apparently it's supposed to be hella cold, like less than 10 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So who y'all think gonna win the game?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes ends up winning that game.
Okay.
At home, playoff environment. Travis Kelce is playing well. Oh, he hasn't been playing that great, honestly, recently, past couple weeks. But you know what I'm saying, playoffs, it's 0-0. Everybody's gonna play differently. Everybody's gonna play with more heart, more passion. So, I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes wins this game for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm not doubting Patrick Mahomes.
At home, you can't.
I will say this, man. I feel like the Miami could give him some troubles. Tyreek is going back to where he first started at.
Yeah.
And everybody wants that. I feel like everybody on the team wants that for him, but I just lose faith in Miami. I just don't see them. I seen them last night.
Yeah.
They folded under pressure. Could have had the AFC and lost it. So that guy number 15, you never want to bet against him.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully Taylor Swift is not there. But
hopefully she is there so that Travis Kelce could play good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he has been playing, not so good lately. But, when they come into the playoffs, I mean, that's a whole different team. Like you said, it's 0-0. But I got to see something from Miami to believe in them. So I just think this will be a good game. But I'm going to go Kansas City, man.
Yeah.
That home field advantage is just too good for Kansas City, man. And I think that weather is going to help them too. It's only going to help them. They're used to that 80-degree weather in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to go in that 10-degree weather and try to beat Patrick Mahomes. Good luck. I think the Chiefs beat the Dolphins.
I agree with both of y'all. Not only are the Chiefs historically great at home in the playoffs, but the Dolphins, I just can't trust them anymore. I was rocking with them, during the season.
Yeah.
But then in the month of December, they just fell apart. Their last good game was against Dallas. They finally beat a good team. And then after that, they just
my team dropped 56 points on them. So I can't trust them. I'm not going to trust them.
I saw that watching Hard Knocks. Oh, my gosh. What will be interesting is can the Dolphins get it going with their playmakers? Without Jalen Waddle, there's too much concentration, and they're able to really cover Tyreek, and they can't get anything much going offensively. So can Tyreek get it going, especially against his former team? And on the Chiefs side, can the receivers catch the ball and make plays? Travis Kelce too. He's culpable, just like the other players not catching the ball enough. So, but yeah, the Chiefs can get their act together. Yeah, they'll beat them.
Yeah.
So we all got the Chiefs on Sunday. Steelers versus Bills. That's the first game. Who y'all got?
I do want to see more from Stephon Diggs. But man, those other receivers they have over there are great. The tight end over there, Kincaid, a rookie, was looking great last night. I'm going to have to go with the Bills. I think Pittsburgh is just searching for answers and seeing what they need to do in the offseason. So I don't think I see Pittsburgh advancing. I see the Bills advancing and going on. So I'm going to have to go with Buffalo.
Okay. All right.
Same. I'm going to say Buffalo as well wins this game. I think I don't know if TJ Watt's gonna play or not. That's gonna play a big factor.
Yeah.
He did hurt his knee.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to see. But honestly, no, I'm gonna say Bills win this game for sure. Josh Allen's been playing really well. And yeah, like Kordell said, they're searching for answers on that Steelers side. They're just kind of going with the flow. They're doing well going with the flow, but it's the playoffs time, and I think Josh Allen's gonna go ahead and they don't even have like a set quarterback. I don't think, right?
I think it's
Mason
Rudolph.
There's just a lot going on,
yeah.
man. I'm gonna say Josh Allen wins this game.
Yeah. I mean, just like y'all, I got the Bills, and it's really no question. Steelers, they just don't have, like you said, a quarterback away from being contenders.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that the great Mike Tomlin even got the Steelers to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
Especially in the division that he's in. Too,
yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a tough division. But yeah, Bills all the way. And then obviously Packers versus Cowboys. That's our game. We already picked that game. We all think that the Packers are going to lose to the Cowboys here at home. And obviously, interesting to note that Mike McCarthy is coaching versus his former team, which he won a Super Bowl with in AT&T Stadium. Hopefully, Cowboys can win that and move on to the divisional.
Is McCarthy gone if he doesn't win this game? I've been seeing a lot of stuff.
That's a good question, bro. But I would say no. You got to rock with them.
Yeah.
12 at least 12 wins the past 3 seasons, getting into the playoffs. Yeah, you got to rock with them, bro.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Head coaches. Changing head coaches is not ideal in the NFL. Rams versus Lions. This is probably the most interesting matchup that I think. And obviously Matthew Stafford going back to Detroit, where he was the quarterback for 12 years. Who y'all got?
It's gonna be a close game. I feel like I'm gonna say Matthew Stafford goes into Detroit and wins the game.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of good receivers on his team, and then honestly, man, I don't trust the Lions. The Lions are a good team, but like I said, my team dropped 36-3 on them. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that they're that good, especially over the Rams. The Rams gave us a way better game than the Lions did. Yeah. And the Lions were a top NFC team at the time when we played them. I think they were like first place in the NFC when we played them. So yeah, I'm not gonna trust the Lions. I think it ends here. Okay. They had a hell of a season. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get hate for that, but I think Matthew Stafford is gonna come in and ball out.
All right,
for sure.
What you think, Kordell?
I like Detroit. I'm gonna have to go with Detroit, man. I like Jared Goff. And Matt Stafford won with the Rams, right? The Super Bowl with them when they traded for him.
Yeah, he did.
I think that puts a chip on Jared Goff's shoulder, and I just think the Lions are good, but I think just Dan Campbell has to peel it back a little bit. Yeah. You seen against the Cowboys him going in for it on 4th down when you can send your kicker out there. I think that whole game would have been different. So I'm gonna have to go with the Lions, man, because the Rams are good. I do like Puka Nacua. I like Matt Stafford, man, but it's just something I feel like that team is. Maybe it needs a little bit reconstruction, but you got Aaron Donald and Sean McVay, so I'm about to go Lions. I think they're trying to get back to Dallas and get a little bit revenge on us. I've been seeing that on a lot of Detroit fan pages on just getting back to Dallas and gutting that win out. Yeah. I seen Aiden Hutchinson trying to take off Dak's head a lot that game, so I think a lot of teams play with a chip on the show this week, so I think a lot of upsets and just a lot of good games this week, man. I'm ready for it.
The Lions are number 3 seed and the Rams are number 6 seed, but I have the number 6 seed Rams going to Detroit and beating the Lions. And I even forgot about that connection too. The fact that they basically traded each other's quarterbacks. It feels like so long ago that Jared Goff was on the Rams. Yeah. Especially whenever they had the different design jerseys.
Yeah.
But,
old stadium.
Yeah.
It's like, same thing.
To be honest, I think that this game could go either way. I had a hard time picking this game. Yeah. It could really go either way. Like you said, Puka Nacua, like what he been doing this season. If Cooper Kupp, I think he was injured, but if he can play in this game and go off too, and then Matthew Stafford do what he did, has been doing all season, I think that they can come in and win. And it's crazy how the same Rams that the Cowboys demolished in the early part of the season is now, playing like they're the number 3 seed. So because of that, I think that they win against the Lions. But yeah, that's definitely probably going to be the best game. And then Monday, Eagles versus Buccaneers. That is the end of Wild Card Weekend. Who y'all got?
I'm I'm gonna say the Eagles honestly pull this one off. I think the Eagles are gonna come in hot and win this game. I don't see them losing to the Buccaneers, to Baker Mayfield. They're just too good. They have a lot of talent on that team, man, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like they can pull off the first game for sure.
Okay.
I think, yeah. Who knows how they'll do in the second round, but I think they can pull off the Buccaneers for sure.
Yeah. And just imagine that, the fact that you're saying that I think they can pull off the Buccaneers, that sentence right there, that just lets you know how far the Eagles are falling off.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
What you think, Kordell?
I'm at to go with them Buccaneers, man. I'm an OU fan, so I like Baker Mayfield.
You an OU fan?
Yes, sir. I'm
Oh
OU.
my gosh. OU sucks.
Man. Yeah, I'm at to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. I think Baker Mayfield can will it out at home.
Mm-hmm.
I got Mike Evans. Hey, just get into the end zone, run that fade route. I'm gonna throw it up to you. I know you're gonna come down with it. And then I got Antonio Winfield Jr. who got snubbed. They put Buda Baker in there, who has no interceptions, no tackle for losses, over Antonio Winfield Jr. I think the Buccaneers are playing with chips on their shoulders. I think they let Eagles come, and they take the Eagles down at their house and put them on the grill. I'm going to go with Tampa.
Okay, all right. I see you. Bold. Yeah, in this game, I got the Eagles. Obviously, I don't enjoy picking the Eagles, but as a realist, I think that they are the better team. If this was a regular season game in December, I might have picked the Buccaneers because the Eagles been playing like straight trash. But
Can't count
playoffs,
them out, exactly. So
yeah, playoffs is a different game, obviously. So I got the Eagles just finding a way. I think they barely gonna win, but just finding a way to win and get into the next round. And yeah, I feel like they're gonna struggle against the Bucs, just the way that they've been struggling throughout this December. Even though I hate OU, but I respect Baker Mayfield like so much. So like I liked him whenever he was with Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I still like him as a quarterback. Yeah. Been making plays this season, exceeding expectations with the Buccaneers. I don't think it'll be enough to overpower the Eagles. So Eagles, and
Tampa Bay.
Bucks. Okay, all right.
Bucks.
And I think if the Bucks win, correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all know, but I think if the Bucks win, we get them, and it'll be a rematch of last year's wild card Cowboys versus Bucks. So that'll be fun. To be honest, I kind of hope that the Bucks win, so that we get an easy. To me, it'll be pretty easy against the Cowboys divisional win.
Everybody plays us so when we play them, it's like their Super Bowl. So once we get out of Green Bay, man, I just want to see who's there next. But I already know who's on the other side of the wall. So
yeah.
I think this playoffs, man, these are ones everybody should just sit down and enjoy them. Because, man, when do we ever get these type of matchups?
Yeah.
Tyreek goes back and Matt Stafford and Jared Goff swap places, and you got Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay coming. I think these playoffs, man, are one to remember. So
okay, yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna ask y'all one last question. What do y'all think the Super Bowl matchup is gonna be? Just who do y'all think?
Ravens, Cowboys.
Okay,
I'm gonna say Ravens, Cowboys.
Jeez, that would be fun, bro. Like imagine, Cowboys fans, you a Ravens fan. That would be a fun get together, bro.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I think it'd be a great game, bro.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson versus Dak Prescott.
Yeah, for sure.
That is one for the ages.
Yeah.
Next year, bro, the Cowboys play the Ravens.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to that one, bro.
It's gonna be
We
good,
gotta go to that one. Who do you think is gonna meet up in the Super Bowl? Putting you on the spot.
You are. I can't say this on mic. I'm going Cowboys, Ravens, man. I'm not going with the 49ers. Cowboys going to go meet the 49ers. We're going to take them down. And then whoever's on the AFC Championship side, which I believe would either be the Ravens. I don't see the Bills making. I don't see anyone else going through them and winning. So I'm going to say Cowboys, Ravens, man.
Okay.
And hopefully it's true.
All right. Y'all both got Cowboys, Ravens. Some Cowboys fans might come at me for this, but I got to call it like I see it. I got an analyst point of view, So I think it's going to be Ravens, 49ers. In the playoffs on the NFC side, until proven otherwise, like somebody else got to prove to me that they can go in there and beat the 49ers. And as the 1 seed, it's going to be hard to do that. We saw what happened whenever the Cowboys went to the 49ers, Sunday Night Football, earlier during the season. I think it was week 5.
Yeah.
They got demolished. So, and I don't see any other team that can beat the 49ers.
The NFC, it's up for grabs. Who's going to go get it? Thanos got it. Somebody has to go get it.
Yeah,
so.
true. Yeah. Well, all great picks, great conversation. So those are our wild card weekend predictions. So this is gonna be a fun weekend of football. Thank y'all for y'all opinions and y'all's predictions. Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of the Banganator podcast. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on the Banganator podcast Instagram and Banganator_4 on the Twitter X. Thank y'all, Carlos, and thank you, Kordell, for coming on to my podcast. It's been fun kicking it with y'all.
It was a good time. I appreciate you for having us. I hope to come back soon, man. It was a good time.
Sure.
Good time.
Yeah, man. Great time, man. Great conversations. Like you said, a lot of C's, man. Combos and conversations.
Yeah.
And, hopefully another C this year for the Cowboys is a championship. But I enjoy the show,
spitting,
man.
bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I enjoy the show, man. Everybody like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. That's all it's about,
Share,
man. Support
share,
is free.
Next time we do this, we got to do it with Zach. We got to do it.
We gotta get the whole squad in here.
I'm saying Christian. We got to force his ass on here.
Yeah.
Cowboys versus Packers. Wild card. AT&T Stadium at home. Come on, Cowboys. Let's win this. Let's go on to the divisional. And since you're a Cowboys fan, Kordell, say it with me. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man?
Yes, sir.
The Banganator podcast is brought to you by Esley Banga, diehard fan of the Dallas Cowboys since 1997. How about them Cowboys?